Hey Dodger fans, on this edition of the 3 Up 3 Down podcast, we're going to cover why having Corey Seager and Trea Turner will not be a problem for the Dodgers, Tony Gonsolin's return to the IL, and why it's time to stop complaining about the extra inning rule. Welcome back to the 3 Up 3 Down podcast. My name is Eric Yule. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. That is at EULAU. This is a Dodgers Nation production. You can find this 5-minute podcast on the YouTube channel for Dodgers Nation. If you haven't already, please subscribe, rate, review. I'm recording this Sunday afternoon after the Dodgers just finished crushing the Arizona Diamondbacks 13-0 to take 2 of 3 in the weekend set. The Dodgers are off on Monday, and then they'll welcome the Houston Astros to town starting on Tuesday. But you're not here for a schedule preview. You can do that yourself. Who are we kidding? You're here for some insights and some entertainment. I at least have the insights covered. We'll start off with talking about having Trea Turner and Corey Seager on the same Major League roster. Two supremely talented shortstops. A lot of fans very concerned. What are we doing? Where does Trea Turner fit in? There's 3 big reasons I'm not worried about it. Number 1, versatility. Andrew Friedman has built the most versatile rosters in the league since he started as the team president for the Dodgers. This will not be a problem at all. Trea Turner is supremely talented athletically. He'll have no issue playing second base. He'll have no issue playing left field, center field, right field. It's not a problem. The guy has been top 10 in sprint speed every year since he's been in the majors. This year he's in the 100th percentile for sprint speed. If you watch him for 10 seconds, you can tell how gifted he is athletically. He's going to have no problem playing and getting moved around the diamond or the outfield. And that's what the Dodgers have done. They've deployed their players in a way to use them in their best way possible to build the best lineup every day and to really attack a team's weaknesses. And also, Trea Turner mashes lefties. And I'm not advocating for benching Seager at all against lefties. They will find a spot for Trea Turner, and because he's so versatile and because he's so athletic, it doesn't really matter where that spot is defensively. Number 2, Chris Taylor. I think having the peace of mind to know that you can easily shift Chris Taylor out to the outfield if you're going to play Trea Turner primarily at second base, that is a big part of this trade and why you can make a trade like this, because you're not really displacing Chris Taylor, because the super utility man, all-star badass has done this his whole career. I'm not worried about Chris Taylor at all. He's going to move the outfield. He's going to look great, and that'll allow Trea Turner to stay in the infield, which he's probably more comfortable doing. And I would imagine if you don't go out and acquire Trea Turner without at least having some conversations with him, preliminarily at least, about what his role is going to look like. He hasn't talked to Roberts face-to-face about what that role is going to look like because he's in COVID protocols, but it definitely had to be touched on or else you don't go out and make this trade for Trea Turner. Now, number 3, injury insurance. The way this year has gone, you need to have some insurance. And Andy Friedman went out and bought himself an insurance policy and an all-star stud in Trea Turner. Now, if Betts gets injured or Bellinger still can't hit, they will figure it out because they have Trea Turner. He is great injury insurance for this team. Those are 3 key reasons you shouldn't worry at all about having Trea Turner and Corey Seager on the same roster. Dodgers starter Tony Gonsolin landed back on the IL over the weekend and will miss his next scheduled start as he battles shoulder soreness. This is the same shoulder soreness that stopped him from making his first start until June 9th of this year. And I'm starting to get a little worried about my man Tony Smokes. It's starting to feel like a lost year. You pull up his stats, you're like, dude, what are you talking about? He's got an ERA under 3. He's at 2.78. Yeah, that's great. But if you look at his walks per 9 of 6.6, his FIP of 445, and his BABIP, batted balls in play, of 256, league average is 300, that tells you he's been really, really lucky on balls in play, and that ERA should probably be well above 3. The guy is enormously talented. I've always been very high on him, maybe even a little too much so. I think I even said he could be a top 25 starter this year. Not looking like that way, but he's got to figure out the control issues, and most importantly, he's got to get healthy for this rotation because they need him right now. Dodgers lost yet another game that went to extra innings, this time on Friday night to the Arizona Diamondbacks, bringing the Dodgers record to 1-11 in extra inning games. And Dodger fans quickly took to Twitter to blame the rule for the Dodgers' performance. I'm pretty sure it's the Dodgers' fault that they're 1-11 in extra inning games, and this is the rule that every team in the league is dealing with. This isn't a Dodgers-specific rule. We're not the victims here. If you don't like the rule, I understand. I personally don't like the rule either of placing the runner at second, but everyone's dealing with the same challenges and the same problems handling this in late game situations. You're playing the results. If the Dodgers were 11-1, would you really be complaining this much about the extra innings rule? No, you'd probably be talking about how great it is because we're 11-1. So stop playing the results. Stop acting like we're the victims. Everyone in the league has to deal with this. That's it. That's all I got today. Please make sure to subscribe, rate, review to the Dodgers Nation YouTube page. Download our brand new app on the App Store or Google Play, and we'll see you on the other side.